because not everybody who is at your disposal 24/7, are they really there? Like physically, sure, they can be there, right? But are they there mentally? Are they there emotionally?
Right.
So
Right.
yes, you have everybody, but you also have nobody,
Right.
which I see results in being emotionally detached with others.
So I feel like, and I'm not saying things should go back to the way they were, but I am curious as to like how, like, there's so many options. You know, there's so many options out there. Even if you end up liking somebody, who's to say that they won't find someone better sooner? Right? Like back in the day, it was, you know, all right, I don't have too many options, but you're like the best option. And I'm not saying all marriages like this. Some people actually just truly fall in love and they're meant to be together, and you're happy for those situations. But in today's day and age, it's like people bounce around a lot. We've talked about casual dating, hookups, being desensitized to shit like that. Is this just like the new thing? Like divorce rates are getting higher because people are like, well, I grew old and tired of what this was. I need something new in my life. You divorced the person you said you were going to spend the rest of your life with to find somebody new. Like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Like, it's a good thing in the sense that, like, if you jumped in too early and you were in something bad, you have the opportunity to find something better. That's great. Like, we would all want people to find things that are better for them. But it's also bad in the sense that, like, that destroys commitment, bro. Like, there's no sense of like,
100%.
so like, what's the,
I was
like,
gonna.
damn.
So yeah, I'm gonna ask you this question. Obviously, we didn't live. We weren't dating 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. But to you and to your knowledge, do you think it's better to date in today's day and age, or do you think it's better to date, let's go 25 years ago and beyond? Do you think this era is better to date in, like overall picture with everything that you just said, or was it better back then? To yourself, like, obviously this is an opinion question,
Yeah,
opinion-based
we
answer
can't.
to the question, but to you, like, what do you think is,
Like, the
what
better.
do you believe? Yeah, what do you believe is the
circumstance.
better time, the better circumstances to actually go about dating? And obviously you're dating, or you're in that time frame of your life to be dating. I'm obviously dating one person, but I'm still dating. But, like, do you think this is a better era, or do you think back then was a better era to go about dating and finding the one?
I think at this age, it's a. I think at this age, I'm 25. I think at this age, it's a little better to have options because I'm young enough to the point where people are still growing and changing. So, if you quote unquote fall in love with someone who's 18 or 19, they're still growing and changing. So by the time they're 24, 25, they might not be the same person that you fell in love with. Right. But also, if this was back in the day, even if that person changed, there was still a sense of like commitment. Like, even if things didn't work out and you guys grew apart or whatever, there was still like a sense of, we got to stick together, kind of. Like, I'm not going to allow myself to be attracted to someone else. Well, you can't avoid attraction, but I'm not going to allow myself to get feelings for someone else. I'm not going to allow myself to look elsewhere. Whereas today, it's like, we're exclusive, but like, also, if this guy fits my needs better and he's, more compatible with me, or if this girl fits my needs better and she's more compatible with me, well, maybe we should break things off. So it's there's more options today, which is good for an ideal matchup, but it's also
Yeah.
less commitment. Like, both people are going to keep their heads on a swivel. Whereas back in the day, there's probably more people settling. Like, I'm just going to settle for this guy in the community because even though there's a better guy out there, he's the best that I know right now. Vice
Well, that's the
versa.
thing. I guess back then you didn't really know, like, okay, you could maybe had this like idea that there's a better guy out there or a better girl out there, but the thing was you weren't getting out there, so you never probably were gonna come across that person.
Ignorance is bliss, right?
Exactly.
If you don't know there's a better person out there, as far as you know, you're
know,
with the
yeah.
best person, right?
You're with exactly. So like, okay,
Right.
if this is the best person for me in my community, then this is the best person for me because you didn't know what was going on in halfway across the state or halfway across the country, you know.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's a tough question. Well, I'll throw it back to you. And I'll say this before I throw it back to you. I'll say this. I think as long as you're not exclusive, I think today is better because there are better options and there's
Fair.
a higher chance for compatibility, right? Like if
Yeah, I agree.
if you're meeting a bunch of people, you know, you might think one girl's dope, but then a couple months later you meet another girl who's like, holy shit, I don't think, like, you know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: if you meet somebody that's dope, then you're just gonna. If this is the person that you meet and you want to be with, you're gonna just stop. I'm not saying you're gonna stop meeting people, but you're gonna stop meeting people who you're not gonna care about the dopeness level of the next person you meet because it doesn't even cross your mind.
Ooh, okay, that's where I was going. I'm glad you brought that up because that's where I was going. What I was gonna say is if you're like dating multiple people, let's say you date one person, you're not exclusive yet, but you date one person, you're like, they're dope, but you're still meeting other people, and then you meet somebody else who's like, oh shit, this is way better.
Yeah.
Then that's a good scenario because like you just avoided settling, basically. Like you went for somebody who's better compatible for you. But however, if you are compatible with someone and you decide I want to be exclusive with this person, like you said, you don't allow yourself to get feelings for anybody else because that's literally emotional cheating. Like if you get feelings for someone else while you're exclusive with someone, that's emotional cheating.
For sure. That's why you just don't allow yourself to, like, you can meet a person, let's say you can even become friends with a person, but like it will never get past that on an emotional, physical, mental basis because to you it doesn't matter. You're like, no, I already found the one. So I don't care how dope you are, I'm not gonna think of you in that way because I have the one. So
I got what I need.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not you settling. That's you knowing that you have the one. That's you going out on top and staying true to who you are and the person that you want to be committed to.